How do you know it is the right time for you to make some changes in your career? Be it changing a job or maybe go into a new industry. I've been such a blessed person because all this while, since the day one I stepped into um, this society, starting my first job, I've been doing what I love to do. So basically, my first job, my first industry was investment industry, in which I was working in a few different investment companies, including banks as well. Before I finally settled out in the last company which I attached to, in which I was the regional manager at the time, managing a region, running the sales. Well, I was thinking that at first, I mean, after I have attached to the last company, the corporate, which I actually served for 10 years. Well, I was thinking that perhaps it was a good company that I wanted to stay for the rest of my life. Yes, you hear me right. I really wanted to stay and to be committed to do what I really loved at that time in terms of promoting investment products to my clients, to stick with this company for the rest of my life. And despite I had to uh, bypass a lot of opportunities to be able to attach to a new companies in which I was headhunted for a new job for many times. Well, that was my thoughts. But the thing is that sometimes life could be slightly unpredictable. Definitely did not think that one day I will actually come out. I will actually quit the job, quit the industry, and doing what I love to do now, which is photography. So basically, after having attached to the company for 10 years, I decided that it was right time for me to come out to venture into a new business in photography. So here I am until today. I'm still running my photography business, and at the same time also adventuring out another business in training. So a lot of people actually ask me what happened to me. What happened to me at that moment when I decided to quit the job and came out and take a huge leap into my career path, that doing something that I had never done before, managing a business of my own. So if I could recall, and basically that time I was a bit drained at the end of the attachment with the company. I felt very dry. I felt I was no longer in that passion. I had no passion about continue running the same agenda day in, day out, and I thought I needed some new challenges. So basically, at that moment, I also ventured into photography. I started photography, and I really got serious about it. And I thought, hey, how good would that be if I could become a full-time professional photographer? So of course, I struggle, to be honest. All this while, before I made a move, before I made a decision to switch industry to come out and venture into this business, I actually questioned myself. I just wanted to make sure everything was right. I just wanted to make sure that that was a commitment that I really wanted to commit to. I really wanted to commit to. So basically, not until the end, then I actually decided that yeah, that was what I wanted to do. There was something that I really wanted to venture into. So because of that, upon that point, I made a decision. I wanted to speak to my loved ones, my wife, to get blessings from her. So of course, it wasn't easy because as I was attached to the last company in the investment company as a regional manager, I would say I was earning very good income, good a fixed salary that no one could say no if that offer is presented in front of anyone. I would say. At the same time, I got great bonuses. I got good incentive. In fact, I got to enjoy my vacations with the company every year, and it's something that it was a job that everyone was looking to. It was a job that gained high respect in the industry. So it wasn't easy to convince my wife to allow me to switch over from one job to another career path in which nobody would know, nobody could predict what happened at the end of the day. But it was a huge faith to take in me that my wife decided and finally said yes to me, agreed that we should try something, since it was my passion, since it was my dream, since I've lost my passion in the last industry, in the financial industry, and in fact I struggle. So that's the history, that's the story behind, and today here I am. So I just want to share with you, everybody here in this video, that what happened if seriously one day you feel like quitting. How do you sense that it is the right time for you to move out from the comfort zone, to do something you have been wanting to do something that you've been dreaming to do, and when will be the good time to really commit to that faith that you've been wanting to go on? So there are three things in which I think, from my personal experience as well as a few of my friends, we all experience similar things, similar experiences that in fact that prompt us to come out. So these are the three things that will come one after another. So very first thing is that you find it is a struggle. It is a struggle that every day when you wake up from bed, that you have to go to work, and despite it used to be a job you like, but then today it may turn out to be different scenario that you probably struggle. Despite it might be giving you very good income, but still money could not satisfy you anymore. So that will be the time that you may want to consider that perhaps you may want to find another job. Perhaps you want to do something you want to do, you've been dreaming of, you've been wanting to do all this while. Perhaps you may want to switch industry, who knows? So that's the first thing. If you struggle with what you are doing currently, that's the first sign that, well, probably it's time for you to consider. Well, secondly, that is when at the same time you probably have discovered a new thing that you have been wanting to do, a new thing that interests you more compared to the current job, compared to the current things that you've been doing, and that could probably be your second sign that will prompt you to ask you to in fact to become a prophecy that you might want to come out, and things like that. So that actually happened to me and a few friends of mine as well. That number one, as I said, I struggled at the initial points, at the initial stage, that day in day out doing the same thing, that actually brought me, that actually dragged me out. And secondly, that I also discovered something I wanted to do, that was photography. So we have got two signs, and when you start taking actions, when you start looking into the possibility of making a new venture, the possibility of making a change, the possibility of finding a new ways, then perhaps you may want to ask people, you want to ask opinion, get some of the comments as well. And of course, do not forget, try. And I would say try, but you must look into for a talk, for a chat with your loved ones, like your wife, your parents, or even your good friends. That if your loved ones, for example, especially for my case, my wife said, yes, go ahead, she gave me blessings, then it is a strong sign that it is time for you to make a change. It is time for you to come out. It is time for you to move out from this comfort zone, to step out further, to pursue what you want. Perhaps it is a career, perhaps it is a change of lifestyle, perhaps it is anything that you think that will help you to pursue, to motivate you, to bring out further passion in you in fulfilling your life. So these are the three things. Number one, as I mentioned, if you find it struggle to do what you are doing currently, that's the first sign. Second, if you are able to discover new things that you want to venture into, you want to try, that's a second sign. And the last one, talk to your loved ones, someone you always interested to, and if if they give you positive feedback, encourage you to come out and try something, perhaps it is time for you to make a change. I wish you well if you are trying to change. If you want to remain in your comfort zone to suck in it for a while, well, it doesn't matter. It is still fine. But be sure that one day we all find our ways, our pathway we want to be, and try to step up from our comfort zone, and that will actually help us to grow even further. It will actually help us to be someone in which we will learn a lot of things that we can't learn when we are in the comfort zone. Like this video, perhaps let us know what's the biggest takeaway. Let us know if what you want to do if there's an opportunity for you to change now. Let us know how can you improve from here, and put some words over here in the comment box below. Don't forget to subscribe our channel, and you can see the link whether it's on the left or right here. Just click and subscribe our channel, and we will come back to you with a lot more videos to help everybody to venture into something you like to do in your business, in your career. And of course, I wish you well. My name is Shen. Catch up with you soon. Bye bye.